What's up, motherfoxers? Alright, guys. You know, it's Tuesday. Video went out today. Seen a couple of comments. And somebody, of course, I think it was Riff's Garage. He's like, it's always been on the return side. He's like, if you got pressure, you got pressure. And I'm thinking, I know, but that's not the point I was just saying, why is it on the return line and not on the inlet? It's the only question I was raising there. But he does bring up an interesting point. I don't know if this thing's garbage, but it is showing pressure, right? And I know it's supposed to be, they said you should have it on 43 to 45 pounds. I'll turn it up, but still, it should have had pressure, you know what I'm saying? I was sitting here going, man, but why? Why would, it's almost like the injectors were being told to stop. You know what I mean? And I said, but why would the computer, and I went, it's a freaking computer, dude. It needs a firmware update. Are you supposed to firmware update it out of the box? Hello? Didn't think about that one. And then as I'm reading through another comment, I can't remember, VRM I think it was, who said, he said that. He goes, it's almost like the ECU's telling him to stop. I was like, dude, I was totally just thinking that. And so I went on the website, and the last firmware update that they gave for the 7-inch, because it goes by the size of screen you got, was the 5th of this month, February. So I was like, okay, let's download it. I downloaded it. I got a little disc here. Oh yeah, by the way, Aces they do give you, must be a USB-C on there. They give you a USB-A to USB-C adapter here. It's got their little logo on it. Those guys market it. I think they put a sticker in every box. So, and they got advertisements everywhere on the internet. So but yeah, let's go ahead and go through this. Battery's hooked up, trickle charge is going, so we're good there. So I guess what you do is, somewhere on here is a USB, yep, right on top, right there, so they said, well, at least the guy I watched, it was already in there, even though he was using a 5-inch. So that's in there. And this should, there it goes, right there. Yep, it's grabbing it. His didn't, but mine did. So we'll see what this is doing. It says copy USB file 1 of 50. 80% done here, 100. Oh, now it's doing 2. Oh, it's got to do that 50 times. Magic of editing. We'll come back. All right, y'all. Actually, when I turned this off, I came back. I got it for a second, came back and looked. It was done. So, and then, yeah, when you turn it back on, it gave me 2 options. One for just the dash, different configuration of a dash. But once you go in there, you can't operate this. Oh shoot, I gotta start it. Sorry. Boom. There we go. You can't operate this thing. Meaning you can't get to the settings or anything. So then I had to put that USB back in there and do it all over again. And well, this time I picked the other one, and then I got the settings to come up. And then you go in here and you go to shoot, I can't remember. Oh, I think you go into settings. Nope, there it goes. All right. Please key off for 5 seconds and make configuration effective. Okay. There's that. Turn this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure we're getting plenty of fuel in there. Okay, kill shot. Let's just make sure this thing kept my stuff. All right. Let's go in here, and yeah, I went into settings, and you go to ECU upgrade, and then you gotta pick, you know, kill shot or the Joker or whatever, full house, whatever the names of these things are. All right, let's see. Go to wizards. Oh, it didn't keep it. That's interesting. Why would it do that? Why would it do that? Yeah, it didn't keep your settings. So if you upgrade this, you gotta put your shit back in there. That's bullshit. What the hell? Oh, where am I going? I hit the wrong thing. I was trying to hit this. This is what I was trying to hit. I can't move this because I move it just a little bit, then I'm in the 200s. So we'll just do it like this. 308. That's crap though, man. When you upgrade, it doesn't keep anything in here. That's stupid. There we go. Alright, turn it off for 5 seconds. Let's kick those injectors in again. See if we're leaking up there. Alright. Okay, here we go. By the way, this plug on the back of here, there's a couple screws that go in it to hold it in place. I had to put some tape on it because it kept falling off. So, here we go. Do anything? Everything's updated now. Let's see if it's gonna do what it's supposed to do now. Well, first things first, I guess we should put that pressure up to 45. Whole damn thing. There you go. It's not bad. All right, y'all. So, if you guys remember, I had Dan text me. He's a Regular Guy Garage on YouTube. He's the one who tuned Black Sunshine when we first got it together. Did a good job. Just engine had problems. He knew what he was doing. The engine had problems. Car ran great, but he texted me. He said, "Hey," he goes, "I had the same problem." He goes, "It was the fuel pressure regulator." This is eBay now, $35. Out of everything I bought that was cheap, I didn't trust that thing. I didn't trust it at all. I figured if it worked, it worked. He said his problem was that it would do the same thing. It would start up, run, and die. And it was because the fuel pressure regulator couldn't handle the volume regardless of the pressure. And when he said that, I'm thinking, wait a minute, every time we turn this thing on, this thing is loud. This right here, like almost like it's struggling to keep up with the volume. Don't know. So I went online and started looking around. I found Evil Energy had one for like $85. And then I seen a video on that, and the guy took it apart, and he said, I could change the pressure on this thing, but it didn't seem like it was changing the flow. The diaphragm wasn't working. He goes, the orifice wasn't changing. Nothing was moving on it. It was just the pressure was moving. He didn't understand it. He goes, just don't buy this junk. So I was like, all right, let's stop fucking around. Well, let's just put a good one on it. So here's an Aeromotive 6AN fittings. That's not cheap. And I got myself an oil pressure gauge there. I got some indicator lights here, just a couple of turn signals and a high beam. I don't know what else I need to... I found a bezel cheaper, and I was, you know, I asked my buddies, I said, hey, is there any other gauge I'd need? And one of them said, does the dash have a fuel gauge? And I'm like, oh yeah. So I got one of those coming. I don't know how to hook that thing up. I guess we'll figure it out. Just like I don't know how to hook the turn signals. I guess you just tap into the wires and the plug. That's all I'm probably gonna do. So, but anyway. But let me get something to drain whatever fuel's in there and get this apart. Also, I had somebody tell me, I think Broken Tool said something about he would put this on this line here, which is what I was talking about in the last video. I could give two shits what pressure I'm getting here. I want to know what's coming in there. And you can hook these things up there. I don't know. I was just doing what they showed me on the diagram, guys. So, but I'm not going to, in order to do that, I'd have to figure out where I'm going to put this compared to that, making different hoses. Let's just change this thing right now. See what happens if this thing fires up and stays running. And if it is, we can keep it like that. If not, then we can change it. So. You just witnessed that, didn't you? Holy crap, what the hell? Oh man, what garbage. What absolute garbage. Little constructive criticism there, Aeromotive. What the fuck? What are you doing? I mean, are you kidding me? Come on, man. So in order to tighten this down, I'm gonna have to take these out, and then hopefully it's tightened. When I say that, I mean hopefully don't leak, because how the hell am I gonna get in there to tighten it anymore? There's pipe dope on there too. All right, keep your eye on it. Let's see if it leaks. This is a lot smaller than the other one, man.
Look up the vacuum on it.
So, yeah, I don't think this is going to make a difference on anything.
Well, you should be surprised what vacuum can do.
But, yeah, let's see if it leaks, like the other one did. Watch your face too.
Yep.
On the side.
Was it up here?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah, I've seen it right from there. I don't know if it's coming from here. Doesn't look like anything's coming from the gauge. I'll be back. Alright, we got no leaks. And it goes up to about 55. I put that BBK gauge on there because it just get rid of the mojo. I know it's probably still made in China, as well as that other Aeromotive there over there, but it doesn't look like we're getting any leaks. But it's keys on. I can just kick it over and see what happens. Wasn't that? So we'll try it again. We didn't have the vacuum hooked up to that. I still don't think. tires. That's some other problem. Well, I guess that the mystery is solved that the fuel pump isn't running when the car's running. You just heard, I mean, I think at the end there, you just heard it running when the car stalled. So. I don't know. Well, as long as you can stand there, because I'm going to go turn this on. We're going to go see if we got fuel flowing out of this. This thing is showing, it's holding 25 pounds or 15 pounds. And the return line is off. So, watch out for leaks on that bottom one there, but we're just looking for flow.
Pumping.
Not leaking. So shall we see how it pumps, turn it on?
Good.
You might fall over, guys.
She's flowing good. Yep, she's flowing good.
So I'd say we eliminated everything but aces.
How much gas you got in it?
Which, that just all came out of that?
Just about. I don't think there's about that much left in there.
Wow, that's a lot. So
She was pushing a lot of gas.
now I gotta contact them and say, yo, we checked the flow. I updated your software. I even bought $170 freaking fuel pressure regulator that I didn't need probably. So there could be something off just in the software that they gotta say, oh, we'll do this. So that sucks, man, because everything's good. I still think we got a bad connection somewhere.
The pump, you mean?
No, just the way this thing starts. How? It's either there's a bad connection somewhere or that starter's a piece of shit.
Well, starter could be going bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it locked in there a couple times.
Because you hear it when it turns over, it'll sit there and go. It's like, it's granted, it's not perfectly in time, but it's in time enough to start.
We don't know how old the starter is, though.
Yeah, that starter was on the car when we got it, so, and it didn't sound very healthy when we got it, starting it up in the first place. Sounds good here. It's just it's skipping sometimes, and we were fighting a bad connection over here. We cleaned these off. We took them off twice and cleaned them because it did it again to us. So, well, at least we know the flow's going good. Now it's software issues. See you later.